Hello Stampers, I'm Kelly Acheson at stampinUp.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. I'm an independent demonstrator in the United States. Today for the One Stamp at a Time blog hop, it is Manly May. What the heck is that? That means that we're going to be featuring masculine cards for the blog hop. I'm going to show you how to make my card, and then you can head back to my blog. There's going to be a link at the end of the video that will take you right there, and you can hop along to many different blogs and see other masculine cards. I know you're just going to love this. A lot of times we find masculine cards kind of hard to create. We've got some very talented stampers that are going to show you some amazing projects. I decided to use the Music from the Heart stamp set. And if you caught my Facebook Live last night, you have already seen this card. I am doing it in another color version, and I also have a little 3D treat holder to share with you. Let's flip the camera around and get started. So, Music from the Heart. This is a beautiful stamp set. It can be used for so many different things. We've got lots of great sentiments in here. Happy birthday, thanks, along with some others. I love the You Rock in here. And this treble goes with this guitar end to make really cool guitars. I just thought that was a really fun element in this stamp set. Oh, is that called a treble clef? I think that's what I was told. I am so not musically inclined, but I have a lot of friends who love music, and I thought this stamp set would be perfect for making cards for them. I'm going to bring in my cardstock here. I am using Blueberry Bushel. This is one of our in colors that is retiring. I'm going to be sad to see it go for sure. We're going to burnish that edge good. This, by the way, is 4 1/4 by 11. I've already scored it at 5 1/2. You can always find all of the dimensions for my projects on my blog. This is my blog address. And then we've got a bunch of other layers here. So I've got 2 Whisper White layers. These are both 4 by 5 1/4. I've got a Whisper White layer that's 4 by 3 1/2. I've got one of our Whisper White envelopes, as well as the Noble Peacock Specialty Designer Series paper. Now this is some gorgeous foil paper. One set, the specialty paper, is embossed. That right now is on sale for $10.15. You get 12 sheets, so 4 of each. And then we have the Noble Peacock foil sheets that are also, both of these are retiring in Blueberry Bushel, Pretty Peacock, and Old Olive, and I just love these as accent layers. So we're going to be using Blueberry Bushel, so I chose the Blueberry foil sheets to go with this. These are 1/2 inch by 4 inch, and I've got 4 pieces of that. I've got a scrap of Blueberry Bushel, and then also that Noble Peacock specialty paper. This is 2 1/2 by 6. I decided that I wanted my envelope to be very spectacular, and I think this is going to definitely do the trick, right? Like, how is this not going to look phenomenal? So I just put a little glue on my envelope flap. I'm going to put this layer that's 2 1/2 by 6 right up to the edge there. And then I like to turn it over and trim it off from the back side so that you can use that envelope flap as your guide. And look at how cool that is, right? Who's not going to love getting that in their mailbox? Okay, next, I am going to take this scrap of Blueberry Bushel. Now, I'm using Memento black ink throughout this card. So I'm just going to grab my You Rock stamp, and I'm going to stamp that in black. And we're going to use the Classic Label punch. This is one of my favorite punches. If you don't have this, I highly recommend adding it to your order. It's great for your smaller sentiment layers. And I'm going to take my snips. Now notice that I punched that close to the left side. I'm going to take my snips and I'm just going to snip that other edge off. I've got some mini dimensionals here that fit perfectly. And again, if you don't have any of these, next time you place an order, get yourself some. They're really handy. You don't have to be cutting up dimensionals, and you get a gazillion of them on a piece of one of the cards. So lots and lots of these. And I think you get 3 in a pack. 3 packs of these in a pack. Like, you know what I'm saying. Okay, this is our 3.5 by 4 inch layer. And this is the layer that we're going to stamp our guitar on. Now, the one thing I can tell you, when I stamped this, is this called a cleft treble? I don't, oh my gosh, I need to look it up. Hang on. Treble clef. There you go. I told you I was very illiterate when it comes to music. I am quite a rock star, however, in the shower and my car. So just in case you were wondering about that. Now I'm going to start, this is the 3.5 inch by 4 inch, and I'm going to start right here. When you stamp this, you want to stamp it so that this side of the stamp is going straight up and down. And I'm just going to stamp it right here. And then you bring in the other piece that is the guitar handle. I don't know what that's called either, but I'm sure somebody does. And I love that these are photopolymers so you can see through them, and you just want to make sure that you have that handle going straight up and down just like that. Okay, so we're going to do that 2 more times here. And again, that left side is going to be going straight up and down. And we're going to do it 1 more time right over here. And then bring in the guitar handle that I don't know the proper term for it, but make sure that's going up and down straight, just like that. And 1 more time right here. Love it. Okay, so I decided that I wanted to add a little bit of color to my guitar. And since we don't have Blueberry Bushel in our Stampin' Blend marker, I'm going to be using the light Night of Navy, and this is going to match up just fine. And I love that. Our colors are enough different, but they're also enough similar that we can use them for other things. Just going to color in that heart in the middle. And then one other thing that I really like to do to this is add a little bit of Wink Stella. And I'm just going to do that on the heart. I know this is hard to see in a video, but trust me, that little bit of sparkle on that heart in there is really eye-catching. And then we're going to continue with our little blinging it up. And I'm going to grab my Stampin' Right marker. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put that large tip on the edge of my lid and flick some ink right at my layer. And look at how interesting that is now. It just kind of tones down that white background and it gives it kind of an eclectic look, I guess is a good way to put it. Okay, I'm going to grab the inside layer and 2 of our foil sheet strips here. This is what I'm going to do to decorate the inside of my card. I thought I would like to leave this blank so I have lots of room to write in it. But I wanted to do something to it so that when somebody opens the card, it isn't like, oh, whatever. Yeah, I like to decorate the insides. Make sure you get these on here straight. That's helpful, right? Here comes that other one. I'm just leaving a little border of white at the top and the bottom that just draws interest because we're going to be putting this in a Blueberry Bushel card base. So that's really going to kind of pop on there, that white strip. We can do that right now. Put that right inside. I'm really sad that the stamp set is retiring because I think that it's got, like, this should be around for a while. There's a lot of people that love music, and it's got just the most interesting elements. Okay, here we go with this. Now, I decided I wanted stripes to go under this layer, but we don't have anything right now. We don't have a stamp that makes stripes. We don't have any, like, masking templates that make stripes. And so what was I going to do? And I thought, well, geez, can I make my own stripes? Maybe I can make my own stripes. So I took a scrap of cardstock and I brought in my classic label punch. Now I'm just going to put this in, and I'm going to push it all the way down, and I am going to punch out a piece. And you'll notice that it kind of runs over the edge. That's fine. Now I'm going to go down here and kind of look at this and see how far away. Oh, I can't. There we go. I just want to leave a little bit of space in between my stripes. And then, so I can get my punch on here straight, I'm looking at the edge of my cardstock down here to make sure that it's straight. And I'm going to punch another one. So now we have 2 stripes. That's when I brought in my dauber. And I just thought, oh my gosh, this is such a great idea. I can't believe I've never thought of this before. So I'm going to bring this. Now I only need stripes on the top and the bottom of this layer. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring my stripes in. I want to make sure that I'm lining my scrap up here with the edge so I know that they're straight, right? And I'm just going to come in and use a little circular motion. You want to be careful so you don't wrinkle your template. Kind of hold it down a little bit. Now, if you wanted bigger stripes, you're going to have to come up with a different idea, but this is going to work for my little stripes that I needed. And you just keep adding ink until you get the color depth that you want. Look at that. Look, I made a mistake. Let's start over. We're going to try that again. I let it move a little bit. So here we go again. Maybe just twirl it. Oh, that's working really good. Just twirl it in there. That way you're not pushing against that mask and making it lift up. See? This is just how you learn things, just by trial and error. Okay, look at those stripes. Okay, now we're ready. And let's see, we've got about, if you want to, you can do one more at a time, and you could put that one in your template so that you know they're going to be perfectly spaced. Maybe you want some to be closer together and some to be further apart. In that case, you know how to do that. But if you would like them to be perfectly spaced, we're going to just keep going like this. Now, I'm going to do the same thing. Isn't that cool? I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom here. And I will be right back. There we go. That's our last one. Look at that. Now we're going to take this layer. We're going to add these blue stripes to the top and bottom of it. This is our foil paper. So I like to just put a little bit of glue right here at the very edge and then bring that in here. You can leave as big of a margin as you'd like, or as small. Just depends on what you want peeking out there. And I see that this is running over the edge just a little bit here. I always like my layers to be a little bit longer rather than shorter, because if you make them too short, that's not good. We can always trim them, right? Here comes this one, and we're going to try to get it as close as we can to the same width as the other end. That looks pretty good. And then we're going to trim off this little sliver right here. There we go. Now, this is going to go on our card. And I'm going to add a little bit of glue back here. Now I'm going to center this from top to bottom. What do you think of those stripes? Pretty cool, right? I was pretty happy with this. I thought, oh my gosh, I can make as many stripes as I need for anything. Now we're going to put this on the front of our card. Here we go. And then I needed some type of a sentiment, and that's where the U rock comes in. Oh, and by the way, you might get a little dirty doing this. I think we always get a little dirty when we're stamping, don't we? Messy, dirty, messy. I'm just going to put this right in here. Make sure I get it on here straight. And last but not least, our Noble Peacock rhinestones are also retiring. These are on sale for $4.40. You get an entire huge pack, and they are just the prettiest colors. And of course we have some blueberry bushel ones. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and I am going to add a few of these blue rhinestones in here just because we have them, they match, and who doesn't want to bling it up a little bit? What do you think? Pretty cool, right? So here's our card. Here is our matching envelope. Love that blue foil paper in there. Here's the inside, and then I also made a little treat box. Now this is the perfect size to put some little candies in. You could fit your Hershey Nuggets, a couple of those would go in there. You could wrap them with designer paper, decorate them up. You could also fit one of those little like Halloween size candy bars that would fit in here. This is really cute. Now I have all the directions on my blog, and again, you're going to find that right here. And you're going to see a cow box. This is the same exact box that I made to match my project today. So isn't that cute? Yeah, so all the directions, dimensions, and a video are available on my blog. And I believe this was earlier this week. So still around May 11th or 12th is when you're going to find this project on there. So just scroll down until you come across it. But I just wrapped it with the blue foil paper, and I used some of our 1/8 inch blueberry bushel. This is our grosgrain ribbon. It is also retiring, so everything associated with this blueberry color is retiring. I did check to make sure that we still have all of these items in the online store. If you would like to place an order, I always appreciate your orders. Again, you can find my blog right here. You can click right up here, and you're going to head right over there. Don't forget to click down here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything I have coming out. Here are some other colors that I made with this card. Let me get some of these bits and pieces out of here. We have Bermuda Bay. What do you think of that? Pretty cool, right? Did the same thing to the envelope. And then this one is Granny Apple Green, and I think this is just spectacular. Again, with the rhinestones, the Wink of Stella, the Stampin' Up markers in the center. What a great ensemble of cards that I'm going to have to send out to the men in my life. So, Music from the Heart is retiring. The Noble Peacock Rhinestones are retiring. Both of these specialty papers are retiring. These are on sale for $4.40, I believe. This paper is on sale for $10.15, and it's all retiring. Yeah. So, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me. Don't forget to click up here, head over to my blog where you will find a blog hop, and everybody's featuring man cards today. Have yourselves a great Thursday. Bye-bye.